What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Wavy Boy, back at it again with another wrestling talk. This time we're going to be talking about AEW All Out pay-per-view that just passed. Let's get into it. Let's break down a lot of stuff. First thing we're going to be talking about is the opening match between Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti versus Ruby Soho and Ortiz. Now, when it first starts off, we got Sammy and Ty, doing what couples do, the little weird kiss thing, and then going on about who can stop them, who's better this. Then you hear a car horn going off, and it happens to be Ortiz driving, and Ruby, you run him over, brawl it out until they get into the ring, fight. And then, of course, Sammy Guevara gets the win over Ortiz. Now, the bad thing about that match, how it ended, Ruby Soho is out with an injury with a broken nose. So, hopefully for a speedy recovery for her. Next match we're going to talk about, House of Black versus Miro, Darby Allin, and Sting. This was an okay match, but then again, I want to say that this is probably like a farewell match with Malachi Black, simply because at the end of the match, well, how it ended, he was trying to blow the mist in Sting's face. No, tried to do the spin kick on Sting, and Sting blows the mist in his face, and then Darby Allin gets the victory over them. Towards the end, Malachi Black does like a bow to the fans, hugs his members from the House of Black, indicating, I guess, he wants out of AEW. So do you think we could be seeing him going back to WWE where it all started? I wouldn't mind seeing that. They'll probably use him a lot better than what AEW should have been doing with him, but who knows? Something to look out for the future. Next match, Ricky Stark versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Nothing to really talk about. Powerhouse Hobbs gets the win over Ricky, which is no shocker. Next, Swerve and Our Glory versus the Acclaimed. This is another match I really didn't care much for, simply because it never explained how the Acclaimed got a title shot to go against Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. Because the Acclaimed, y'all was in a whole storyline with Billy Gunn and his sons and all this other stuff. So I don't know how they got a tag team opportunity and whatnot, but they lost anyway, so cool. Next match, Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. Another unnecessary match. I got the storyline, of course, Christian not liking Jungle Boy, this and that. Then they talk about his father, yada, yada, yada. Then you got the dinosaur guy, I forgot what his name is. He's stuck in the middle, even though he was there to protect Christian and on and on. But anyway, how the whole match ends, Christian wins less than 30 seconds. So, like, Christian does his entry, Jungle Boy comes out, he gets attacked by the dinosaur guy, choke slams him, this, that, and the third, rolls him into the ring, Christian gets the win. I don't know. Next match, the casino ladder match between Wheeler Yuta, Claudio, Rush, Andrade, Ray, Pinnacore, I forgot, I'm sorry, I messed up that name, Dante Martin, and the mystery person. Now, the mystery person was the Joker, a guy that came in with like a white mask on with a black suit, and it was like a whole bunch of them. They jumped everybody in the ring, and the guy that climbed up the ring gets it, and then Stokely gives him a business card, which kind of indicates who is this mystery guy. We'll get to that towards the end. Next match, Wheeler Yuta, FTR versus Jay Lethal, Motor City Machine Guns. This is a pretty cool match. I can't lie, because towards the end, Dak's daughter comes in and smacks Sanjay, and then, of course, they get the win like that. So I guess that was like a cool moment, cool match to watch. Next thing we're going to talk about is the women's Undisputed between Toni Storms, Hikaru, Dr. Britt Baker, Jaime Hayter. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. And, of course, Thunder Rosa isn't in it after what happened between her and Dr. Britt Baker. They actually got beef going on to the point where, like, somebody was going to get hurt. And, unfortunately, somebody did get hurt, but you have to go on a website to go check that out to see the whole breakdown of that. I'm not going to go into it. If you know, you know. All in all, Toni Storms gets the win, so now she's the undisputed AEW women's champ or whatnot. So, moving on. Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. I really didn't care much for this. So, Chris Jericho gets the win. cool, I guess. No storyline between like him, Bryan Danielson. It's like they're making Bryan Danielson lose on purpose unless he's agreeing to it, but nothing here and there, nothing. Nobody from each party gained something. Moving on. The Elites, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus the Dark Order. The Elites win the triple crown champion, which is cool because when the Young Bucks were champs and whatnot, I kind of felt like they got screwed out of being champions. So, I guess to make up for them, Tony made this triple crown belt for them to win, to make it be like the Young Bucks are champion now. So, Tony, you kind of saved yourself on that one. So, the Young Bucks are back being champion. Kenny Omega's back being the top guy now, I guess. So, moving on next, Hook versus Angelo. We really didn't care for this match because we already know Hook was going to win. So then Hook gets jumped at the end, and then Action Bronson, the rapper, comes and saved him. I guess that was a cute moment. All right, moving on. Pac versus Kip Sabian, another match we really didn't care for. So Pac wins that. Eddie Kingston versus the Tomohiro, I think that's his name. They just created this weird narrative for him to get ready, or excuse me, have a match, since him and Sammy couldn't have the match after the whole brawl situation. So, you know, they just gave him a New Japan wrestler whatnot to fight against and get a win. Cool, I guess. Samoa Joe comes back after injury. That's cool. And the main event, CM Punk versus Jon Moxley. Now, a shocker between this match, CM Punk was bleeding, but Moxley didn't get no blood on him. Anyway, Punk wins in his hometown, which was a no-brainer. And then towards the end, you see this, it looks like the show was going to end, but then they had a message of, like, CM Punk from back in his, like, Ring of Honor days, yada, yada, yada. And then the person, like I said, that won the casino ladder match shows up, same gimmick and all that, comes to find out it's MJF. So MJF is finally back. Hopefully we can finally get some stories out of him. Do you think he'll win at the next pay-per-view that's going on? Find out next time. And then towards the end, a lot of controversy that everybody's talking about now is CM Punk's Scrum interview after the pay-per-view is done. He's taking shots at Colt Cabana, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega. Basically saying how the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are doing like a bunch of like scrum stuff, and CM Punk approached them to it, beat them up, or supposedly beat them up, because we don't know who threw the first punch and all that. All we know is like Nick Jackson, CM Punk threw a chair at Nick Jackson and could have possibly hurt him. So now they don't know if the Young Bucks are going to show up this Wednesday on this show coming up. What else? And then they try to dig more deep into CM Punk's life with Colt Cabana, them having that weird friendship. CM Punk going on saying, oh, I paid for this, I paid for that, the man should look me up. But instead, he has a joint bank account with his mom, a little bit more personal stuff. For you guys that never watched it, just look it up on YouTube. It'll break down the whole 30-40 minute interview and whatnot. And then like throughout the whole interview, you can see how uncomfortable Tony Khan was, just sitting there like, because like Punk was just like letting it out. It was funny. It was funny for like the first minute, and then after that, it kind of got real uncomfortable to the point where it's like, we should have never asked him about this question about Colt Cabana. I get it. And of course, CM Punk's the top guy. Tony Khan's gonna do whatever to keep him happy and whatnot. Where it's no different when Cody Rhodes was the top guy, and everybody was like all looking at him and then hating on like all the stuff that Cody Rhodes got just for being in the company. So yeah, all in all, if I had to rate this pay-per-view, I would give it a 6 out of 10. The only thing I didn't like was it was a lot of matches where like they could have chopped it down to have like, let's see, I say about like seven good matches. There you go, chopped it down. Instead of doing 14, to have 7 matches. It would have been a solid pay-per-view. All in all, I'm happy CM Punk's champion now, finally. Because, no offense, who would sit there and really want to watch Jon Moxley be champion that that one don't know how to wrestle right. Like, he wrestles real sloppy. Every match is always got blood in it, and it's like you'll get sick and tired of watching blood all the time. Like, it's cool if you see it once in a full blue, but all the time, like, just to sell your matches for all that, like, go to an independent wrestling company and do all that. But yep, y'all get down in the comment box below. Make sure you follow my my wrestling page and my regular page. My wrestling page is Wavy Wrestling Compilation. That'll be in the description. And my regular page, Wavy Boy 15, and we'll talk about more about it in the comment section or on social media. All right, this is me signing off. Peace.